What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing my entire net worth at 24 years old. We're going to be talking about what I'm doing with the money, where it's housed, how much I have invested, and how to break it all down. We're going to look at one of the best places to understand what your net worth actually is so you can streamline it instead of needing to go into all of your different accounts, add up all these different values, and yeah, it just makes everything so much more simpler. Not only that, you can also use it for budgeting. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about using the service that I'm going to be discussing. So if you're interested in me exposing myself financially, don't look at me, then you're going to want to stick around to the very end of this video. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Now listen, if you guys are brand new to the channel, you're just coming here for the first time, well, I want to say welcome. Hey, my name is Dalton. This is dlitztv, and on this channel, we talk about all things personal finance related and investing. This video is not straying away from that whatsoever. I am fully exposing myself. I'm letting you guys know where I'm at, and this is actually one of my favorite videos to make because I can look back at this in the future, understand exactly where I was. You know, I'm going to be 2 years out of college now, and it's the early stages in my financial development, and there's a long ways ahead, but I'm pretty satisfied with the progress so far. I'm not maximizing everything that I could be, but I've been super critical the past 2 years in trying to save money in order to foster money for a down payment on a duplex to better myself to reach financial freedom in the future. And I'm definitely well on that way. I'm closing on next Friday, and there's a lot of great update videos to come. So make sure that if you guys are not subscribed to the channel and you want to stick around for that series, make sure you're subscribed, turn that bell notification on. You're not going to want to miss these videos. But just to get into it and start covering some of the net worth here, what normally you'd have to do is probably go into each individual account that you own and understand exactly how much you have in each place, right? So for example, if I open up my phone here, this is the Robinhood investing app. Within here, I've got $24,212 and counting. Now, I've been pausing my investments. That's why there's been a little bit less videos, less activity on this channel. But you guys know my method for investing. I love dividend investing, blue chip stocks. I love going after these companies that pay you just for holding them. That way, when the stock market goes down, you're still, getting paid a little bit. You can use that money to capitalize on other investments. It's just my favorite method. And a lot of the stocks I invest in, as I scroll down, you can see they're well known, especially in the dividend world, aside from Tesla right there, which is not a dividend payer, but you guys know exactly what I mean. And looking at the history of this over the past week, we're up $74, past month $834, past 3 months $406, and over the past year up $3,607. If this money was just sitting in the bank, I'd actually be losing money because of inflation. The inflation rate makes your money that's just sitting there go down. It's essentially a crime committed by these organizations that hold your money, don't pay you very much interest on it. Definitely, if you have a ton of money, you already have your emergency fund set up, I'd say, guys, you need to start investing. It's super important to get on this train. So I have several different investment applications where I'm housing my money. Again, Robinhood is one of the ones that I have the most in, $24,000 here. If I just scroll out here and I go into Webull investing, there's another one right here. I believe I have around $10,000 in Webull. If I go into the account, I'm sitting at $10,174 in Webull investing. So again, one by one, if I went into every single one of these accounts, I'd be able to show you the exact net worth, but there is a much simpler and a much more streamlined way to get this information without having to add it up one by one. And I'm going to talk about that service right now. So if you guys had no idea, there are several different ways, several different applications that you can use to actually track your wealth. And one of the ones that I've been most interested recently, and I'll probably put out a tutorial video here in the future, is Personal Capital. What Personal Capital does is it takes everything that you have, all the accounts that can link up with the program, and it's going to look at them real time and break down all the information for you. And it's going to spit out your net worth. What you can do on this application is, set up different budgets. If you want to look at and critique your spending, there's so many different things that you can do with it. And my favorite overall feature, which I will cover, I'll show you guys in a few moments here, is that it will take all of your investment accounts. So I use Robinhood investing. I use Webull, M1 Finance, Acorns. I go ahead and I do Principal for my 401k. I got all this money in in there and in several different investments. But what this application does is it looks at each and every account and each and every individual investment that you hold, and it brings it in to this one account. So you get an overall overarching view on every single investment you have, every single investment and how it performs. So this is definitely going to be a really key application for the future of this channel in sharing my net worth and going over these topics. And I just wanted to get the ball rolling on it. So I don't have a lot of historical data within the application because I set it up today, but I definitely wanted to talk about it and show you guys where I'm at in my financial journey. All right. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, I hope, I don't know, maybe, how much am I worth right now today? And according to the accounts that I have linked up with this application, I am worth $117,864. Now, this breaks down every single account that you have, how much money you have in each one, and you can see I'm very cash heavy right now, and a lot of it is in a business account. That cash is pretty much going towards the down payment on the duplex, which is going to be money generating for me as well, and just another step in bettering my financial future. So that's really cool. All the different accounts that I have are now linked up with this, minus a few. There's a few that I have a couple $1,000s in. My BlockFi account, I've got some money in, and Coinbase, which they couldn't really sync up with this platform, so I just need to know those extra accounts. Wealthfront was having some issues too. But aside from that, all the accounts that I have are now linked up with this one, $117,897. And it's so easy. If you guys were interested in using this application, if you scroll down to the very bottom, you can go ahead and click link more accounts. So this has a bunch of different banks and institutions that you can link directly with the platform. If you say had Vanguard, for example, and you wanted to link your Vanguard account, all you do is click Vanguard and it asks for your username and password here. You just simply put it in. It's going to go ahead and sign you in. It'll link it up right on the home screen so you can see the chart on where you're at. Now you can see this is only today. I literally set this account up earlier today. My brother's been telling me about this account for a long time now. I've just been pushing it off to the side, and I finally decided to jump in. If you guys are interested in checking it out, I'm going to have a referral link in the description of this video. You can track your net worth. It's super important to know where you're at financially and, just get the overall sense on how you're establishing yourself. Is your net worth actually going up? Is it going down? If it's going down, you need to figure out what you can do to better yourself, and what better way to do that than looking at your budget. Now, if I click on the tab here, you can see there's a number of different sections. I got my net worth tab, which is what I'm on right now. And just to let you guys know, I believe there's also a feature if you wanted to link and understand your spending. Like I have an American Express credit card. If I looked up American Express, you can see American Express cards right here. If I logged into that, it's going to track my history on spending on this credit card. So that way, when I'm budgeting and I'm looking at how much money I'm spending, I know exactly where I'm at and what I can do to improve. So if your net worth might not be where you want it to be, you can go ahead and click the tab, and it's likely that your cash flow and your budgeting aren't doing so hot. So if I click on budgeting right now, it only shows a negative $5,000 value. That's part of the escrow deposit I wrote out of a check. So I haven't linked up my personal cards to this quite yet. I'll probably do that in the future, make another video on it, cover my spending habits and share that with you. But it's just cool because you can use this information, categorize your transactions, and understand what areas you're spending money and set up a budget for yourself. Now, another thing you can look at is that I was talking about is if I click on this portfolio tab, I can see every single account right here, how much money is in each investment account. And you can tell that of the $117,000 valuation that is on me right now, $63,000 of that is invested into the stock market right now. And it would be even higher if I didn't have the down payment sitting around for this house. So that's just something to keep your mind on. If you want to look at your holdings and allocations, you can see every single investment that you have right here on this screen. You can look at the chart, how it's doing. Are you positive? Are you negative with all of your accounts combined? And look at that AMC diamond hand position sitting at the top of this chart. That's what I'm talking about. Now let me go back here. You can do investment checkup. There's a bunch of different tabs, and honestly, I haven't even fully looked at the practical use of all the different functionalities of this application. It's just one that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you guys as I was looking at my net worth worth. As I thought you guys might be interested in hearing more about it, this is exactly where I'm at. All right, now listen, guys, I know that $117,000 for a 24-year-old, that seems like a lot of money for me. And really, I think, making a video like this, it really shows how much time, how much effort I've put into doing stuff like this, into money management, into saving, into investing and growing my capital. So that way I can, better myself financially. For those people who think, I've made videos talking about how I'm planning on becoming a millionaire and investing millions into the stock market. And a lot of people think that there's no way you can do it. Well, this $117,000 that I have accumulated so far has really been a majority in the past 2 years. And so you may not be happy with where you're at right now. Give it some time. Keep working at the things that you're doing. Keep grinding away. As young as I am, there's so much that I can do today. I have all this tenacity, all this energy to go out and build my wealth so that later on I can retire and be financially free. Now, for me, there's a lot of drive that I have to continue doing this stuff, continue building my wealth. And I truly believe that I'm going to be able to live passively off of my revenue from dividend income. And especially if I do a method of FIRE where I work part-time on the side and have most of my expenses covered, that's something that's going to be great as well. There's a lot of different routes you can go about handling your money. I think it's important to make sure you guys are tracking your net worth, looking at where you're at, actively and consciously making steps to continue building your net worth and getting to that next level of financial freedom. Because for me, it's all about time. I spend a lot of time now with this stuff so that later on when I have a family, I have kids, I have a wife, I can spend a ton of time with them and really enjoy life for the fullest. And I never think that I'll really stop working because I'm a workaholic in some different ways, but I figured I'd make this video, give you guys some of the things you may want to see with my net worth. And if you guys did enjoy it, please hit that like button. There'll be a lot more videos like this in the future. So first $100,000 really feels great. I'm really excited and happy that I hit this milestone. Honestly, as I was putting together all these accounts and linking them up, I didn't think I'd be over $100,000, and I really made it pretty solid past that $100,000 mark. So thank you so much for checking out this video, guys. If you have any questions along the way, make sure you ask them, and have a great day. You're still here, huh?